Alright, it's that time of year I gotta get used to this Foxway back up like a Twitch stream. Fuck, that's this Sunday. Oh no. You're right. Fuck. It's already been getting darker faster. Look at it this way. When we reach that point, and it becomes the longest night, it's all technically uphill from here. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing okay. One of those I exist kind of days. Yeah, I know the feeling. Hello, D. A very smoochable dirt. I feel that sounds vaguely familiar, Nova. Also, hello. I'm doing the art of characters who get spooked easy. Spook! I don't know. I was good thinking about doing the rest of the song, but just ending it at spook seemed funnier. Well, we'd love to have you, D. Where am I? There we go. Encoder overload. Continue turning down video. There we go. I don't know why I did that. I'm just gonna put on my braces. My wrist braces. I'm not ripping it out. Why? No! There we go. It's Monday, yeah? So that means we don't have any, like, funny haha things to play today. I just have to make sure to remember 2 of them tomorrow for the is it Psychonauts or is it lore stream? I don't remember. You still wear braces? What's up with your teeth? Oh, I don't wear braces now, but I did when I was a kid. I had British teeth. I still kind of do. They're just, you know, actually aligned. But Burnsy, I'm British. I wouldn't make these jokes if I wasn't. Oh, tomorrow's the lore stream. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't believe in braces here. Never mind that I wore braces too. You gotta do a step further and drink tea with a kettle. So funny that you mentioned that. We do have a kettle. Dr. Fox says British. I feel like that the Irish kind of balances it out a little bit. Oh, we do have an electric kettle. I think we have a electric kettle somewhere. I don't know where it is. Yeah. Oh boy, incoherent ramblings about check notes. Aubergine gentleman. Gonna refine the sketch I did up. I'm getting close-ish to finishing my queue, which is great. I feel like it's been a while since I've been able to reopen my queue. Like, I think it's been over a month at this point. Like, I don't know, we have people in chat who got commissions when the queue opened, so... I think the wolf's name is Casey or just Case. Not Queso. Aw, man, I was hoping we were gonna have some quesadillas. Like me. I don't know, Marshall, how long has it been? Either way, it's taking me longer than normal. I'm sorry. That's been because of a mixture of life things, emotions, and also just, you know, having to take on 10 commissions this go-around instead of the usual 5. I need to open commission at some point, and that would give me money to commission you more. Oh, Casey, I farted. You haven't heard of Casey? No, I don't know what you're referencing. I'm afraid. Can you explain it? I've heard of queso. Yum yum. We actually have queso. In our fridge right now. We bought like snacks and stuff for the Halloween party, but as typically what happens with Blitzio, we ended up getting way too much. And now we've just got, well, I'm not going to be worrying about like chippies and things like that for a while. Oof. Woof. Marmite. Ah! But what about Vegemite? Thank you, Milksteak. 49 months. What? Thank you very much, my good friend Milksteak. How you doing? Fat Twitch, and everyone makes fun of me. He's saying the trolls, you're banned, somebody banned that guy. I've never heard of this guy. Nova, I'm afraid. Is he like a lol cow? I don't fuck with that kind of thing. $20 away from 69. Nice. He's a fat. Oh, okay. Had to check your DMs, but you opened one mid-September and another at the beginning of the month. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this is unfortunate. But the problem is I can't really afford to take another break after this, because that was kind of the plan, but it's like, and then some other expenses came up. So, yeah. Ort. But yeah, thank you, Milksteak. He is, in fact, a generous friend. And also just a good guy to be around. To explain lolcow, it's basically a term used to describe people who folks on the internet en masse, usually on websites like 4chan and Kiwi Farms, target with just a massive wave of trolling. It's very common for people who are heavier set and a little bit odd. If I could get a butt ton of commissions, I'd definitely help you out, Fox. Oh, thank you. Kofi. Burnsy's just like, Kofi. I like how even my chat members at this point are on the ball about that. We do have a goal. We'll do a community web fishing. I'm still not sure if I want to stream it or if we'll just be, like, in the Discord. I'm thinking of just doing it in the Discord one day. Mostly so that way folks can come in and, like, chat and things like that, but there's not the worry of, like people on Twitch coming in and raiding it and being assholes and things like that. That'd be fun. I have web fishing. Well, next time I stream it, if you are free to join and you want to, please feel free. But yeah, no, like, if what I just said, though, about lolcows is immediately there's a certain someone who's popping into your head, whose name I choose not to invoke, then yeah, it's sort of like that. And it is not a community I fuck with. I mean, now that the clocks have gone back, you stream quite early for me. How early is it? At what time are you working on? I always forget. $10:38. Is it me? No. Haven't we gotta wait like 6 months for the next clocks to go forward? 10:30 now instead of 11:30 starts. Oh wow! So when I say things like, because it's only like 4:30 over here, it's like the sun's out. Well, it's 4:38, but like, you know. Reindeer, hello! How you doing, Sweet Pea? No, it's 8:30 and 12-hour time. Oh, is it 8? Why did I... No! 22 is 10. Sorry, that's right. 22 is 10. Sorry. Either way, it's still quite late compared to over here. It's a 4-hour difference. So I am paid by the word. Paid by who? Me? Why are you paying them to be mean to themselves? I am money, my dude. Can't say. D, I get to take gold from the horde. I like how you both have separate explanations. This sounds like a very unusual and very sketchy business plan you've got going. And to what end? Oh, that's just the tip. You said you would tell no one. From He-Man? No, not the Horde from He-Man, Mr. Oddity. Not Horde Prime. No. I like how you're not sure. No, I don't think it's... Hang on. No, it's definitely not from He-Man. I appreciate the deep cut reference, though. Like, how when people think of He-Man, how do people remember Horde Prime?
Squidward Gaming. Ha 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 ha.
Squawg. I like how it's been so long since we started using the Squidward Gaming. I bet there are people who are on these streams who have no idea where that clip even comes from. Because I think Squidward Gaming has been like a thing since pretty much the beginning. Pretty close, anyway. Like maybe within like year 2. Me squawk! Me squawk! I think, yeah, I think it's like year 2 is Squidward Gaming. Oh, actually, speaking of streams, I need to remember to put up some VODs. The VODs for Shadow Generations tonight. You were playing Fallout when it was... Yeah, so that was a long time ago. Was it Fallout 4? You gotta quit watching scary movies at night. Do you like scary movies? Me kind of silently hoping I quoted that right. It's like, oh god, I hope I quoted that right, otherwise I'm gonna look like an idiot. Again. Look like on a Sunday riding my bike. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. I believe so. Yeah, no, it's been a bit. I need to fucking watch the Scream movies. Shit, man. I need to rewatch them. Or they're at least the first one. Because the first one's pretty good. Oh, I see how these shoes work. Okay. So it's also like, and then there is another lace, and then there's a kind of crossover here. Bam. Fox's list of sworn enemies. First chairs. What do you mean first chairs? Hands, Marshall. Hands. Okay, Majora's Mask is a deceptively good soundtrack. Every time is nice. As far as Zelda games go, it's a bit basic. Yeah, it is a bit basic. I still like it a lot, but it's definitely like, oh, it's because nostalgia. It's very much like, because I remember running through Hyrule Fields and hearing that music and things like that, so. Straight On's gonna be a bit of a different story. I think it's like they just X over, so. Oh. I like how no one is being pet over there. The program is being pet. I forgot to turn that off. Hang on. Hello, Snuffy. Thank you for the pets. Okay, but that goes for all artists. And we're starting this shit again. CSP is being pet. I do like it as a program. I don't like the company that owns the program, but it's a great program. Highly recommended getting yourself version 1. It's a single pay time. I think I have version 2 on here, which was also a single pay. But version 3 is subscription based. No, I don't know why they did it like that. Yes, it's incredibly stupid. Yeah, okay, I think I got it. Although I might want to fix the souls a little bit. Yeah, Celsius. I'm sticking to Side 2, Critta, Flash 8, by the way. And draw pile to draw with friends. Side 2 is a perfectly good program. I've got it on here, too. If for some reason I ever stop using CSP, I'll default to Side 2. At least I think it's Side 2, and it's not original model Side. They look very similar. The other problem would be figuring out what went wrong with the tablet drivers and not wanting to work properly on Psy, but I imagine that wouldn't be that hard to fix. And then there was Critta, which I did not care for very much, even though I'm aware that you can make it way better with plugins and shit. I also used Fire Alpaca, which is the program of all time. Well, if you'd ever like to try Draw Pile Animation, we could do that for funsies sometime. At least it's not Adobe. I mean, that is true. I mean, I would much rather deal with Celis than Adobe. Like, sure, Celis does some like dumb things, but like, hey, at least they don't promote AI. At least they don't sell my information to companies that produce AI. Well, you want to know what also doesn't have what Fops draw? I am drawing a commission for actually someone in the audience. Nova, say hello, Nova. I'm currently just working on a character design for them. It's nothing super complex. It's just Wolf Dude with a kind of street sense of fashion. And he's an artist, so we agreed, you know, on what kind of tablet he has like that. Just a regular flat drawing tablet would work. Woof. Critta is the go-to thing I use on Linux to doodle with. Hello, Starry Notches. Sorry, the idea of promoting AI makes me sick. Me too, that was my initial reaction. Either way, I haven't used an Adobe product since... Okay, knowingly, I'm sure they, like, have their fingers in the pie of something that I use. Probably. Since I left school, I believe. No, a little bit after that, because that's how I made this PNG tuber. I had to use Photoshop to make some invisible frames because I didn't know how to do it in CSP because it is, I think it's technically doable in CSP, but it is a much more difficult process. Flash is Macromedia and Adobe seems to not care about it. It's essentially just abandonware. I mean, like, would it even work on modern systems anymore? I don't think so. I'm gonna switch to music. It does, really. So it does. I'm using shitty Windows 11, it works fine. Shitty Windows 11 applying, there's a good Windows 11, we all know that isn't true. I'm not updating, I don't care that Windows 10 isn't getting updates anymore. I will update when I don't have a choice. Until then, nah, I'm good, fam. I am staying on my bullshit. Sorry, Windows 10 sucks, but not that bad. Oh, thank you for redeeming Hydrate. And...
stretch! It is in fact important to stretch. Oh.
I can't hear this music anymore without thinking of the Chunks My Little Pony Iceberg videos. Stretch FOP. Hopefully React OS becomes usable before then. It won't, but I will continue to huff the copium. It'd be nice. Look. If I can get onto an OS that isn't Windows, that gives me all the functionality I need to keep doing my work, and to remain regularly communicating with people and everything. Yeah, I will absolutely switch to another OS. Until it stands, unfortunately, right now, other than, a Linux. Right now there isn't a lot of options. I haven't really switched to Linux, mostly just due to, concerns about functionality with certain programs. Like, I don't know if, that's what I want. I want something that's Windows compatible, so I can have as smooth as a transition as possible. I mean, if it helps at all, I didn't pay Windows for this version of the thing. I just cracked it. It was really, really easy, actually. It was really easy. Time to go back to Temple OS. Oh, yeah! I remember on a talent show in 2014, I read everyone a creepypasta story and got third place and won $10. Very nice. I wish I could get money by reading creepypastas. I was gonna do a creepypasta reading stream once, but I didn't end up doing it. Would you say that you're good at that sort of thing? Because, you know, I mean, like, I don't know, it might be a fun kind of ability to hone, doing like readings and such, audiobooks and things like that. I don't know. Of course, that was years ago, but I don't know. Just might be fun. I don't know. Reading that one, the fact that you capitalized it is very scary. That's scarier than whatever it is you're probably referring to. I think I might make the nose a bit smaller. I think it's a bit too big. You know which one. That's the problem. There's too many ones you could be talking about. Do you mean funny Black Eye Sonic? Do you mean Jeff the guy who makes people dead? Do you mean Tiki Head Toby? Do you mean like... For some reason I was only in the minds of creepypasta. Yeah, My Immortal. That's another one. I have, in fact, read from start to finish My Immortal. I did it with some friends over a Skype call, which, God, you want to age yourself, right? We also read Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. So, that was a mistake. I pause at words and sometimes can't pronounce words, so I can't do voice acting. Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, if I may, I do that all the time. But no, I get you. Sonic sees the fuck stupid story of all time. The fact that it was so popular, despite that, makes me want to curl up and die, as everyone should. You have to specifically. What's the Skype horror movie called again? Unfriended. Thank you. God, you want to watch an of the period movie. Unfriended. Also, Ko-fi, right there. If you guys want to help support the stream, Ko-fi is actually one of the best ways to do it. We're actually, if we manage to raise our goal, we're going to do a community web fishing night in the Discord, and that's going to be a ton of fun. If you want a more immediate kind of reward, you can also become a member, where you can get everything. You can get Pets by Snuffy, apparently. Pets. Where you can get everything from getting to see exclusive art, to see works in progress, PSD files, and even discounts on commissions. So please consider becoming a member. That's honestly one of the best ways you can help support the stream. As much as subscribing on Twitch is appreciated, and it is, please consider subscribing on Twitch. The best way to continuously help my streams and my art in general is to become a Ko-fi member. If everyone who follows me on Twitch, which this was never gonna happen, so you know, if everyone in chat right now, that's not counting the people who are not counting the people who are already members. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So that's 7 people. Tip like $3 each. That would be like 7 times 3. I have discalculated that with numbers. That'd be an extra $21. It's not a lot, but like I could put that towards like my phone bill or something like that. It would be $21 less I'd have to worry about every month. And that's just this chat. I also resub actually. If you want to, go ahead. There's all sorts of cool rewards for doing it. I only ever saw it because one time I visited my mother, she had it on. Her and her sister were big horror heads. Cool. I never got saw Dave Bencher. I'm well aware of what it is. Yeah, they know what it is. They just don't get the appeal. I don't get the appeal either. Even when I was a teenager, I thought it was fucking stupid. And keep in mind, I liked everything Slender Man. Yes, even the bad stuff. So, like, that should tell you. Can't be bothered to get my current one. Oh, I see how it is. That's alright. Just... I'll sub later. Later. And just if you know, at the highest, let me pull up the Ko-fi and I'll give you an idea of what you get for the lowest and then compare it to the highest. And I think both are pretty cool. Obviously, you can go with the highest, but, like, you know, that's expensive. Like the me of... No, because Milksteak, you're cool and awesome and we love you and we want you to be around. Jeff the Killer or Sonic.exe? At least Jeff the Killer isn't based on a cartoon hedgehog. So our lowest tier is Fox Ears, which is $3 per month, which give you activity feed access, which means you will get unique pieces of art. Like, you will get to see unique pieces of art that you're not going to get to see on other socials. As well as, you know, just the usual things that you can see on my socials. But, like... That's going to get you unique pieces of art. There's one up right now of Max, and I know how much everyone in our little community loves my boy Max. So, if you want to see that one up, it's as little as $3 a month. And our most expensive tier is satellite dishes at 25 Canadian dollars a month. That's less than American. Which gets you the activity feed access. You get to see work in progress art. You get a monthly sketch of a character of your choice, as long as it's safe for work. So I'll draw, like, a character. So even though this was a commission, something like this. Except it'll probably be more detailed. I'll pull one up, actually. Something like this one I did for Nova. Oh, thanks for Pet Snuffy. You'll get a Photoshop files for my art. So, and every art program can use PSD. So just download, Krita and you can take a look at those. You get put into a monthly art raffle. A monthly art raffle. That's right. You have a chance to get, and it is a fully shaded piece of work. It's not just like another sketch. This was this month's winner. And this was won by our very own DC. Look at that boy! You can get something like this. Just like a character pose piece of art. Fully shaded character pose. Again, has to be safe for work. And you get 10% off of your commissions. So you get a discount. That's a lot for $25 a month. Especially if you're a frequent commissioner, because you're getting $10 off every single transaction. So, well, every single traditional commission. It doesn't apply for, like, Sinner Saturday. But, like, you know, that's a bit different. I like the idea of the fan game where it's not some haunted cartridge, but it's some malicious map. Wait. Is this the fan game I'm thinking of where, like, at the end of the game there's, like, a timer? And there's, like, this freaky CGI Sonic that counts down, and then afterwards it gets you the usual kind of jump scare thing? I will admit, that screen freaked me out a little bit. It was like, oh, I don't like this. Nice art, thank you. Free cute Apple sketches. Not free, but it will guarantee you that I will draw a sketch of your character every month. Again, $25. The Blue Pen Drive. A creepypasta that predates the funny EXE, man. I'm partial to blue. I think it's called Green Mountain. myself. It's basically like, remember Mario? Like the creepypasta that was just called Mario? It's a lot like that. It has similar origins. And a kind of a similar mystery. It's pretty good. It's not like terrifying, but like it's got there's a level of intrigue to it. Thank you, Snuffy. No, Green Mountain is great. Is the tiny fen. It turns out they're talking about me. It's not just solid enough to keep you on edge, but not in your face. Yeah. I remember that Mario. Yeah, I remember that Mario. His games are full of hear out. I hear it. Watch out. I hear he's a pretty spooky guy. I'm not sure what this shirt is supposed to be, but maybe it's like a bird. Okay, I was making a Marshall Small joke, but I remember that one guy makes us say spooky post-it monster things called the Long Dentist. I think about his ravioli stuffed with fine ricotta. Ooh, tasty. Funny joke. Too scary. I know I am. I thought I was the unfunny joke. Okay, hold on. We have to pick our roles in this ecosystem. Okay. Meatworm. It's not funny. No, you're just going to encourage him. I like how the relationship between me and my mods.
New Ko-fi subscription from D.
Hey, D, thank you very much. It didn't seem to contribute to the thing. I'm not sure. D, thank you very much. Welcome to the Fox. Oh, it did actually add. Welcome to the Foxden, I guess, support group. So you get, You're at our tier 15, which means you are, in fact, going to get a monthly sketch of your character, plus a whole bunch of other cool shit. Thank you so much. Well, like I said, it's better to sub on Ko-fi. It did, in fact, update. Yeah, sorry. It just took a minute. Yep, I get to draw Dirge every month. Thank you very much, D. I hope you enjoy your new features. You will be messaged with your sketch, with a request for what you're getting sketched at the beginning of next month. My joke didn't send. I will bully the Fen more. But yeah, you'll get your first sketch. Like, I'll send you a message like, hey, what would you like? At the
New
beginning of the
Ko-fi
month.
subscription from Marshall.
Marshall, I thought you were already subscribed. Well, thank you. I just thought you were already subscribed. You upgraded? Oh! Thank you very much. So you're going to get yourself a monthly sketch of a character of your choice, and obviously all the other... The unique elements of this are the monthly sketch, or actually not the monthly sketch, is a monthly art raffle and the 10% off commissions. Thank you very much. You will be charged at the point next month when you subscribe this month. So, D and Marshall, you're gonna be charged on the 28th of next month again. So I believe you've already been charged for this month because you just did it, but next month. Anyway, thank you very much. You will be messaged at the beginning of next month with what you want for your sketch. So you've got plenty of time to think about what you want. Anyway, time for me to stop being distracted. Let's buy my Ko-fi. It is very muchly appreciated, though. Thank you, guys. You know what? Everyone's right, including you, think. I gotta keep it 86 over the corpos, just like what happened to the poor animators. Keep it indie. I have made my request.
You want to talk about penis videos?
I'll have to restrain myself, but I have ideas. Does it involve can I make requests? Does it involve wonderful? I have made my request. Though Marshall is cute. But yeah, keep it indie. Although, fair warning, though, Nova. Going indie is very hard. I would recommend asking, like if and when you feel ready to begin your production and things like that. Ask, like, indie creators their advice and things like that, because it's not easy. You at least get full creative control, but it's not gonna be easy. But the way I look at it personally is it wasn't gonna be easy anyway, right? So animation expansive. It's not even just price though, it's just how much work goes into it. Whether it be a game, a cartoon, a comic. Like, I could speak for comics. Like, everyone always says, oh, webcomics are so easy to make. No, they're not! I have a gosh heckin' webcomic I need to fucking... That only has one issue, and barely a script started for a second issue. I need to get back on that shit. Water, right? I'm gonna remain skeptical of all publishers when I have enough of my game in a state where publishers might find interest in it. Always be skeptical. Always, because if you're not, then you get what happened to the main six. They were not skeptical enough, and look what happened to them. Yeesh. And for the record, that's not to try and downplay anyone who wants to make something. If you feel like you've got the gusto and the drive, go for it. Just be prepared. It's gonna be tough. Do not fall for maximum. I will do it for them. Sloppy but passionately kiss the ring. Oh, that's not you, you liar. Oh boy, smooching time. Although, Nova, how does it look with the cleaned up sketch? Is the design about what you expected? Claire. Speaking of webcomics, I need to update. Holy shit. I'm trying to work on one of the hardest forms of media there is. So let alone that you're doing it. Look, it's awesome. Great. I'm going to move on to the line work. I think I might make the liner a bit... I've been trying to play around with thinner line work recently. I used some thinner line work on that one piece of Fox in the Woods that I drew recently. That's the most unfortunate part. But because it's something that you're currently prototyping alone, I am being sent telegrams. I think Fox should be given a look at what? Well, I probably shouldn't disagree. I have a feeling people will be mad at me if I do. It's not exactly alone. I've had help from my best friends like that. That's a good point. I think that's a great idea. What? Well, I never. I am being sent a kissy. Marshall sent me a kissy. They're a good programmer and have some experience in teaching. Awesome. That's a great resource to have, honestly. When I eventually try making those dumb little RPG Maker games I want to do, I'm basically gonna be doing it all on my own. So you've got a good resource there. And I'm not even making those with any intent of profit. And now I'm being kissed by a reindeer. Foxy, I have your telegram so I can send you important inquiries whether you hate the Loud House during stream. I thought you had my... Do you not have my telegram? I do not. Huh. Well, check your Telegram. At least, yeah, RPG Maker is very light on programming. I'm probably gonna use the 2000 and I think it's RPG Maker X 2003 or something. I don't remember. It's the model that they it's the version that they use for Slark And again, those are just gonna be dumb like 5-minute little projects I make for fun. So VX Ace, thank you. Also, hello Ash. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. The first message you send me. Shake my head. Anyway, hello, Ash. The first message that Milkstick sends me on Telegram, he calls me a whore. I mowed earlier, been lurking for 30 minutes, maybe 15. Oh, sorry, I didn't see. I got kind of caught up in a lot of chattering and not shutting up and not seeing, but meow! Wow! I said meow, but wow. Wow, Milksteak, the nerve. I mean, it's her affectionately. Yeah, when in doubt, kiss everyone. I wonder what's for kiss, or I don't know. Bet. Now I'm shy. That's me. That's me trying to flirt, honestly. All the confidence in the world shattered by a small solo compliment. The tough exterior of a large strike is shattered by a cute fennec. Dang it, Marshall. I'm a beautiful dance horror song reference to Michael by Franz Ferdinand. Couldn't be me either. Ha ha ha. Me trying to make friends. How's everyone enjoying the Stroom? Are we all enjoying the Stroom? I'm enjoying the Stroom. It's fun getting to Stroom. This has been nice. I will admit, if I can get a little bit hashtag real for a minute, I've been kind of anxious about the quality of my streams lately and how much people have been enjoying them or haven't been enjoying them or whatever. And I know that like everyone always tells me, oh, you shouldn't worry about that. You should just stream what you want. But like, I want to make it like an engaging experience for you guys. Not in that Twitter engagement kind of way, but in that, you know, like a good conversation sort of way. Like, you don't want to be at the bar and the only conversation you have is someone going, and that's the history of screw-on broom tops, you know? More that when I'm in bed, I need to be taking my attention off stream to type. It's a time for you to type. Does Mario show up and say that when you need to type? But I have been kind of anxious about that, because I've been worried about, like, maybe I've been turning people away, especially since recently I've been in a bit of a spot mentally, and, Are you ready to Mario size? Oh boy, just do it like Mario, okay? Hey, nice computer you've got here. Can I have it? Mario begins his plan to slowly take over the internet. Honestly, it can't be any worse. It can't be any worse than the idiots who are in charge of the internet now. I'm going to fly for you. That's your imposter syndrome. I stop listening to it. Tell it to stop. I know. It's just always kind of a niggling fear in the back of my head. You know what I mean? And die. Yeah. And I often get scared about that sort of thing because it's like, I mean, this is my job, and I love doing my job, and I love streaming for you guys, and I love doing art for you guys, or whatever, and I'm scared that someday something's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna lose it all, you know? And I've been caught up on that a little bit, that fear, even though it is largely unfounded, you know? Forsburn and Rivals of Aether 2, I forgot it was shared with your server now, but Forsburn is hosted by Mario's current VA, Kevin F. Downey? That's cool. Very nice. Man, he's getting around. It is nice that, well, I was gonna say that, and then I remember that Charles Martinet was literally in fucking Skyrim, so... Excuse me. Apparently, atmospheric Zelda music is my taste for music today. Gesundheit, thank you. All the hearts, thank you, Oddity. And like, let's make it clear, that's completely my own insecurities. That's not anyone. That's all on me. Just. It's nice to, you know, be here and see people having a good time, you know? It always lifts my spirits a little bit. I really do love streaming. Part of me does, like, you know, wish I could make it my full-time job. And, sort of do, like, commissions as, like, a back burner thing, you know? And not that I'm gonna stop. Quite the opposite, in fact. I would probably do a lot of art streams that are just art, that are like, well, working on Bad Vibe or whatever. Or if I do have commissions, working on commissions. My taste in music today. That's your taste in music every day. To let them get to you. I know. But I do hope. I've shared this before that like I can, and the Ko-fi can help with that actually. If I'm being honest. If instead, you know, a bunch of people, like, sub to my Ko-fi and I get, like, you know, like a few dollars every month, eventually, if enough people do that, I would be able to take commissions less frequently. And I could focus more on creating, like, original I almost said the C word. Like, original art. And have more time for things like YouTube and music that I want to try doing, so... I had to think of what I could do other than commissions and game dev and maybe music. I think music's kind of a good place to go. I just don't really know how to advertise music, I'm afraid. I mean, I don't know how to advertise art, so... I've been trying to be consistent about Blue Sky and trying to post at kind of, like, specific peak hours. The problem is that, like, you know, it'll never reach everyone, because peak hours are different for every part of the world, right? Well, okay, milk steak, that's very true. But sketches also take significantly less time than a fully rendered piece, you know? Like, I could probably dosh out, like let's assume... Let's go to the future and just pretend like I have, like, 20 people who are at the tiers where I, have to give them little sketches. I can dosh that out in about 2 days. It's still a lot of work, but it's a lot of different kinds of work, you know? Oh, it takes me forever to draw anything. Like, for some artists, 20 sketches, you can get that done in, like, an afternoon. But that is not me. Especially since I like to detail these sketches more, because it's very much like, you know, gonna come to Sinner Saturday, you pay $10 to get a quick drawing of a dick. But with these, it's like, you know, you are continuing to, like, permanently, at least that's the idea, support what I do and making my workload a little bit lighter. So it's like, here, I'll give you this nice, more detailed sketch, you know? Sinner Saturday kind of falls somewhere in between a quick little doodle that I would do and a Ko-fi reward sketch. I spent like 10 minutes altogether on my little phone. It's so cute. I don't know if it showed up on the starting soon screen. No, probably not, because I had it set to 1 rather than the other. Hang on, I'll put it on. It's so fucking cute. If I can find the thing. Okay, there we go. Look at how cute. Look. Look. They drew the fan. Ah! D's art is a treasure. Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to do what you do on Sinner Saturday. Sinner Saturday is really rough. There's a reason why I've every now and again just like, okay, we're skipping Sinner Saturday for a couple of weeks. It's a great way to get a little bit of extra dosh, but like, oh, it's a lot of work. It's because I'm a very slow artist, and sometimes I could get anywhere from like 4, which isn't a lot, to like fucking like 7. I've had as many as 10. It's just oh, it can be a little. Look at it! I want you to look at it! And there's the Ko-fi again. Y'all were here for the spiel. I'm not making it again. You know what you can do, though, to folks who can't become members or anything? Let people know about these streams. If you have a Blue Sky, you can always reskeet this post right here. Which is especially a good idea because I forgot to attach an image onto it. So unfortunately, the algorithm is gonna eat it alive. And by the way, everyone who says that Blue Sky doesn't have an algorithm, it's wrong. It's a custom algorithm. But in any case, I found that just links with like no attached image just do not do anything. So. I remember to attach an image on Mastodon. I remember when Mastodon used to bring in new viewers. I know at least a couple of people who are in our Discord found because of Mastodon, which is super cool. I'd use Mastodon more, but I'm not like into tech stuff and science stuff. So I find it's really good if you're like into that sort of thing. But it's a bit more tricky to get a hold on if you're like into the like art and things like that. Even if you're into like the technicals of art, it's still surprisingly hard to get a foothold there, and that's okay. It's the site for like nerd shit because nerds are gonna understand what a Fediverse is, but it can be a bit hard for artists to get. I'm actually really the closest I've got is game dev. Blue Sky seems better for that though. Yeah, I mean, Blue Sky in general has been great. Like the only real problem I have is that holy shit, some people on that platform need to lighten the fuck up. Like Like, not in the way of Twitter, where it's, like, about, like, rage or engagement bait or anything like that, where people are trying to make people mad. I mean it very much in the sense that somebody will just, like... I use this as an example. Someone will post, like, amazing news, but yeah, on Blue Sky, about, like, a new breakthrough in medical science. And then someone will reskeet it. It feels so stupid saying that. Will repost it, and they'll add, like...
You want to talk about penis
yeah,
videos?
they need to talk about penis videos, and they'll caption it like, the fact that we didn't have this already is proof that we're doomed as a society. It's like, Jesus Christ, learn to smile! Like, you know? Like, yeah, I get it, shit's tough right now, but like, you know what's part of making it through tough times? It's taking a minute to acknowledge when something beautiful happens. You know? Not everyone on the site is like that, but it's more like a select few. And it's a bit unfortunate because it's like there's people on Blue Sky whose work I really like. It's a lot of writers whose work I really like, but I find they're doing that a lot, and it's like, well, I have to mute you now, and it sucks, but there you go. Yeah, exactly. It's like that. It's like, Jesus Christ. I think what made me realize that was a post about, like, some air filtration technology that was being put into schools, and I was just like, holy shit, actually good news about the school system? That's awesome. It's been a really long time, and the post was about that. The fact we didn't have this already means we failed as a society, and it's like, it's new technology. It's just became readily socially available, you know. Yeah, no, oddity, that's how it is. The only arguments I've seen about Godot on there are GD script versus C, hashtag, I'm not sure. It's not even heated, it's quite cordial, in fact. I'm glad. I mean, I appreciate that is one thing about, like, because there's no, like, rage economy on Blue Sky as of yet. So, even the posts I'm complaining about feel very genuine. I mean, don't get me wrong, holy shit, go take a step outside, admire nature's beauty for a minute, but, like, at least it's genuine. It doesn't feel like it's trying to, like, upset people, or is it misled, or something like that, you know? Touch grass. C#, thank you. I think the internet was a mistake. I don't. I know, first of all, if it wasn't for the internet, I know for a fact I wouldn't have been able to make a living off of my work. And second of all, I met all of you amazing people. It's more just the fact that we let millionaires take over. So you know what that means, right? Get the guillotine, boys! I think we should, smiley face. I think we should send anyone that posts like a straight to Mickey's dick smasher. But hey. If that's the worst thing I have to say about the website, I think that's very telling considering how bad Twitter got. Who should I eat first? Go with the funny Twitter man. He's the one that everyone hates right now. About Casey, he used to work at the newspaper company as a cartoonist until recently he was fired because they wanted to make room for more uncut cartoonists. They can make him... So they made him make a last comic. I think more likely what would happen, if you want a more realistic backstory, is that they probably let him go. More likely is that he had comics, but he can't find any newspapers to syndicate them anymore, or to publish them rather. Syndication's a different thing. To publish them anymore. Because it's getting really hard for people who do like cartoons and things like that, like for newspapers. It's getting really fucking hard. So I think you have the potential to kind of tell a sort of modern fable about how it's kind of not fair that there's this entire kind of subgenre of art which is kind of slowly going the way of the dodo. I can't believe I said that. They always say eat the rich, but knowing how they're rotten souls, they probably taste like shit, so now I'm rethinking this. I mean, dogs like the taste of shit. That's horrible. I apologize. Down with billionaires. I agree. There shouldn't be such thing as a billionaire. I think once you've made the billion mark, you should be forced to give up enough money to an actually decent charitable cause, you know, per year, so that you don't, you know, become a billionaire. Preferably schools. Schools and healthcare. I wouldn't know what to do with that kind of money other than just let it sit. I don't know what you would do with that kind of money. Make a comically reckless investment? Buy Twitter, I guess? Yeah, keep it away from phony charities like that. I think maybe it should go back into like tax services and federal services like school and or provincial like school and things like that. You know, it's too thick. CSP's vector tools were so great. I do miss them. Oh, they're fantastic. They make line earning so much easier. Milksteak, not wrong. They're too thick and you can never be too thick. They keep it in checking. I think I'm drawing too much into Twitter. Yeah. Oddity.
You want to talk about penis videos?
Yeah, then ask yourself, do you want to talk about penis videos? But Oddity, in all honesty, that probably means it's time to close your phone or close Twitter, put it away, and realize that all these silly little Twitter people, they're trying to engage, like they're. It's a bit of a buzz term, but rage economy. They want you to be upset because that'll get more engagement, and if they're on Twitter, if they have Twitter Blue, notice that all the worst takes are by people who have Twitter Blue. They make money off of that engagement. Getting upset at them and spending time looking at their posts and responding to their posts and retweeting their posts and things like that, that's legitimately paying their bills. And they know it. I know the feeling. It's why I don't use it anymore. I already closed my alts and my private and my main. I deleted it from my phone and bookmarks, so don't bother with it anymore for that specific reason. I do still have the Twitter app. I've decided I'm not closing my Twitter, but not because I'm going to be using it so much as I don't want people claiming my username. I don't know if I ever make like an enemy or some shit. I don't want them to I don't want them being like, well, I have access to Foxway, and then like making some shit up and then making me look like I'm like a racist, xenophobic, like cow humper or something. I don't know. Nova, please be more specific. Sonic 2 has a lot of music and you're asking the wrong person to remember just one song from Sonic 2. I'll make sure to stop that and just be happy for 10 minutes. Just remember that they are in fact trying to trade on your misery. I do not remember. Who am I? This is who I am. Not a shadow of what I used to be. jumps in a tornado tails, these heavy blast tails screaming. It's called Emerald Hill Act 1 level. What? I can safely say I don't remember that from Sonic 2. Are you referring to like a YouTube video that uses the music? I'm a bit confused. The hog, he screams. Nova, my man, you've got to be more specific with these sorts of things, because I don't always understand, and it makes me confused, and then I have nothing to contribute to the conversation. Like the one, what? Like, is that a YouTube video? Because that doesn't happen in game. Does it happen in the movie? I don't remember that happening in the movie. Does that happen in the movie? I don't know. One of you remind me if that happens. It was from the... Oh, so a Flash animation. I haven't watched anything the Wax has made in a very long time. Quiet residence. Fox, do you remember the house that's loud? Yes, because I'm not going to know, unfortunately. Because when I think Emerald Hill Act 1, I think of Emerald Hill Act 1. So, for my benefit, it is best to provide that kind of context because, you know, just that way I don't have you have to, explain in great detail over the course of several, so that way I'm not like, what are you talking about? Huh? I don't, huh? 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 Like the cat meme, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'd be happy to show you. But it's this video of a cat going, huh? Neurodivergent brains, what can I say? Tim on Groid.mp3. Fox, do you remember? Fox, do you remember that the hill is silent? The hill is silent? Huh, I thought the mountains were loud. Or valleys were loud. Fuck, I ruined the joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Superstar, I ruined your joke. Loud Valley. Do you remember the 21st night of... I had a D&D character who had a traumatic event happen on the 21st night of September, so every time it came up, he would react, like, by screaming in horror. Fox, why do you hate the Loud Valley? Yo, do you hate Loud Valley? Fox, try to remember. The accident wasn't your fault. So, she hates Loud Valley because she likes Silent Hill, I think. I don't know. Silent Hill, I mean, yeah, they do tend to be silent. I don't like they can really make any noise. BRB making a town in City Skies is called Loud Valley, making noise pollution really bad. Oh, that's magical. Thank you. The Silent Hills have eyes, Fox. Do you remember how to tie your shoes? Of course I do. Want to learn how to tie your shoes? It's a really easy thing to do. Sit on down and I'll give you the scoop. What's that? It's called a loop-de-loop. Fun fact, that song is how I learned how to tie my shoes. Because I actually had tremendous trouble with it. Even by the time I got to, I think, 4th grade, I couldn't do it. I don't know why. Just always made sure to Velcro. So you want to know what I did? I had that episode on DVD. And I just listened to that song a couple of times. And then I just, oh, I know how to tie my shoes now. And now I can tie my shoes without issue. So yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit about my history. That I'm sure people will use against me in the future. What people? I don't know. My arch nemesis, John, hates fun. I was taught by my dad, but he doesn't remember doing it, especially since he taught my twin to tie their shoes in a different way. Spingle Robert is education after all. Yeah, Sponge Robert taught me how to tie my shoes. What an icon. Darn you, John. It's always a John. We need to find it again, we need to think of like a new funny name. What was the Bell name again? What was the name of evil Bell guy? Marshall came up with one and it was really good. It was like John Bellend or something. John Quincy Bellend. I will use it against you. This is why I've been pretending to be your friend this entire time. No! Alexander Graham Bellend. Jonathan H. Bellend. I think that was it, yeah. Oh, that's great. Another Jonathan. Jonathan. Oh, Black Jonathan. Don't make me get another Jonathan out! It's always Jonathan. I have to play the Kid Icarus clip now.
My character has no name. That's a bit ominous. So
Here, you guys have to see it if you're not familiar, because I'm not sure what was going on with this game, but yeah.
Has no name. That's a bit ominous. So I guess I'll just have to make them up myself. Should I be Jonathan, 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 or Black Jonathan?
Don't make me get another Jonathan out! My name is Let Me Out! I just realized there are 2 John Castlevanias. Oh my god. Huh. Need I remind us of Jonathan Assessment? How long was I laughing at Jonathan Assessment for? I feel like it was like 20 minutes. I don't remember. It was. I couldn't stop giggling about that like a fucking idiot. John Morris, and Jonathan. You are absolutely right. Oh my god. Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte. And one of those... No, the problem is that they're both playing Castlevania Oddity. Because Castlevania is a creature of chaos, and it may take many incarnations, but it won't make up a lot of names. Yeah, there was John Morris from Bloodlines and Jonathan from Portrait of Ruin. Again, Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte. Die, monster. I wish I knew things. I wish. Cosmo Wanda, I wish everyone went to hell no matter when they died, no matter what. I wish I... Too small for us to hear. Oh no. Can you say something fucking different? Cosmo 100, I wish to blow up the town. So Fox, have I told you about my Hava yet? Have a nice day? Because I do. I hope you have a nice day. I've made a massive revelation. What? Is there yet another Jonathan Castlevania? Yes, got him. Didn't I get you though? I knew what your joke was gonna be. I am learning to use Godot. I can use it to make my own PNG VTuber, PNG YouTuber, test YouTuber. Nice! All your revelations are massive because you are big. Not wrong. Oh. Sorry, I'm just taking a second to just relax. Oh wow, we managed to get to the end. I can barely hear the music over the sound effects they added. Extended. And then open source them so that people can make changes as they see fit. Cool. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe sell them on Gumroad for a couple bucks. Or maybe not Gumroad, because I heard that had some issues. But, like, you know. Oh, no, Twilight Princess has a fucking fantastic OST. I've always wanted to make, like, a fantasy thing that would fit, like, Twilight Princess's music, if that makes any sense. Itch. Yeah, itch! Oh, wow, we made it to the end. Minecraft Steve when he finds the funny portal in the stronghold. Funny joke! What if I learned how to make music from Twilight Princess? If I could get the patience together to put together a game or something, I'd ask you to do the music. And yes, you would be compensated. Piss. That'd be nice. It would. Something I would love to do, and I'd probably not really be able to make this happen because of Monty, but something so a while ago, Marshall made a piece of music for Bad Vibe. It plays sometimes in the, opening credits when we're showing off fan art. A fan art, gift art, whatever you want to call it. And something I would love to do is to make like a comic or a story or something, and each issue or chapter or whatever comes with its own individual piece of music. The fact that quote 1 is from over 2 years ago, but 200 is literally 5 months ago. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who this doctor. They don't seem trustworthy. Their name is weird and long. That'd be sick. But yeah, no, I would love to do something like that. Where every like chapter or issue or whatever has its own unique piece of music. I'd actually love to learn how to do music myself. It's extremely intimidating. I should just jump into it and just start learning. I've made a couple of attempts, but always on kind of not great programs like Mario Paint Composer, and I have this one on the 3DS that barely fucking works. There's this free browser-based one that I tried, but then I got distracted. I don't remember what it was called. It lets you compose like MIDIs and shit. Learn with Furnace. I'd be down for that. What is Furnace? The problem is I could never learn how to read, like, sheet music, and I've been told it's actually not that big of a deal. The Beatles didn't know how to read sheet music. But I do worry it might get in the way. I don't know. Marshall, you're musicians. What are your thoughts on that? I can't read. I know you mean like you can't read sheet music, but I just can't help but read this. Like, I can't read shit. Oh, there's my Kofi again. Do we have anyone else in here who didn't hear the, In my fanfic, I just put down lyrics from the name of the chapter down the author's notes. For example, I named the chapter Infection Bars Against the lyrics at the end of the chapter, since I put down a link to the song. I was gonna say, put a link to the song in the description or something. I think that would be super cool, but like, recommended listening in the description. I think that would actually be really cool. I can't read in general. Lies! What's lies? I can't. I can't see that, like, I can't without thinking of, like Rouge. I don't think that's a vocal tick. I think that's just me being weird. I hate everything about you. I actually really like that song. Very of the era. I love it. But I'd love to make, like, chill, like, relaxing music. I would absolutely use some of it for streams if I could make it. The groove is fantastic in that tune. With the oh, hell yeah. I wish I could read this. It looks nice. I mean, we do have a literacy problem right now. And surprisingly, it's not just because of them phones either. Furnace is a tracker, which is relatively archaic, but you know what I can do with trackers. Furnace, huh? I don't know what I expected. The first thing I got was Minecraft furnaces. The ultimate chiptune music tracker. Okay, can I be a bit embarrassing for a minute and admit something? I find GitHub very confusing to follow. Chalk that up to, Chalk that up to, I like to call it my situational, technological illiteracy. Because some things I know very well, and then other things it's just like, oh, you know? I'd say for the most part I'm pretty decently read on like technology and things like that, but then there's just like little things where it's just like, I don't understand that, and then it turns out to be something very universally known, and I'm just like, ah, okay. Alright. You know, I don't feel stupid. I might give that a download and try it sometime, just to kind of like play around. Obviously, I need to look up tutorials and shit and ask for help and figuring out just what the fuck I'm doing, but like, you know, this should get you what you want to download, what you would want to download when you get it. I hope this doesn't affect the stream at all. Nope, not even a blip. There's one great particular tutorial that I know of, and then one for SNES music specifically. Interesting, I'll have a look. I need to kind of organize things, because they didn't extract in the right spot, so I've got to do a bit of hunting. But, later. I don't know why I set it to documents, but... Make PS1... Oh, I hope. Because that's kind of like, that'd be like a sound I'd like love to do, like this kind of era, like kind of the sort of synthy sounds of this era in particular, with like PS2, kind of GameCube kind of music, you know? PS1. Well, oh, we've got CD quality audio now, but we can't afford live performances, so we're still using like synths and shit, but they always sound like really fucking cool, so... Looking forward to Furnace Kissy Bill. Ah, okay, I already read that. I'm sure I could find something that could produce that kind of music, but, like, you know. Yeah, the SNES, PS1, and PS2 all have related audio hardware. Interesting. I can actually see that, now that I think about it. Because the sound chip and the, or the audio hardware in the in the Super Nintendo was Sony, wasn't it? Oh wow, the list. There is like Sega System 32, so that's certainly interesting.
Squidward Gaming. Ha 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 ha. There are advances to it. The SNES has 8 channels and 64 kilobytes. The PS1 has 24 channels and 512 kilobytes. And the PS2 has 48 channels and 2 megabytes. Man, remember when those numbers were impressive? I mean, I still think that's cool as shit. Hey, Fox, that's what you were No, you! You! What do you say to that, huh? Dun, dun. Ba, 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 ba. You know what else, Fox? I think you deserve a little kissy. What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I definitely need to try and get new wrist braces. The Velcro on these aren't so hot anymore. What if I kissed you, Marshall? But Marshall gets a little kiss. Yeah. Give Marshall a little kissy. Kiss the fan. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's like my favorite time of day outside, or pretty close to it. If there's a bit more orange in the sky, then it would be, but it's getting a bit too dark for that. But still, just the look outside. What's up? Just finished Shadow Generations. Oh, you just finished, well, what is it the kids say these days? Peaked? Yeah, Peak. You just finished Peak? Emphasis on little for Marshall. I've been 100%ing that, and the 100% and the hard challenges are so funny because like the first few of them are like the worst and they can go fuck themselves, but then like towards the end they get like more reasonable. Like they're still hard definitely, but they get like more reasonable, and I just think that that's really funny that that's a thing that happens where at the beginning the hard mode challenges are particularly annoying, but then as you go on, it's like, it wasn't me getting better at the game either. In fact, in the middle of them, I changed my control styles because I just kind of had to finally admit that that's what the game was designed around, and I needed to stop being stubborn. And, yeah, so I had to relearn the controls. The hard challenges are so funny. I watched you reach Gerald levels of rage. No, I got, like, so upset. There's a reason why I didn't stream them, because I knew they were going to be like annoying, but like they're funny to me because again they start with like one or two exceptions. The spiked ball challenge can go like die in a hole, but like for the most part it's like as it went on I felt like it was still hard, but I felt like it became more reasonable, and everything kind of felt like a little bit better design. Almost in one instance, what was it? The Death Egg Challenge, Lyoko? And I said, wow, that was actually really easy. And I don't know why. There was a Crusher Challenge in hard mode, and it was, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, that was one of the ones I actually had more fun with, so... I only got like S3 S ranks through the whole thing. If you do another run through a level, you'll get S rank, no problem. It's really not that different than Generations, where you might get like a low rank on your first run through, but now that you know the level, it's like, okay, yeah. At least Sonic teams are going to be more normal to... Yeah, because if they don't, you get Sonic Frontiers, where even on hard mode, the base game is really easy, and then you get the DLC, which makes you want to die! Ugh, I hate that about like modern Sonic. It's the one consistent issue I think the games have, is that like when you go to like hard mode, it becomes asshole mode. It's like I think that like to jump that far that fast is unfair to any player, but like God, especially the kids who are supposed to be the ones you're making the games for, you know? It's like, sure, I can get past it with enough, like, brute strength bullshit, but I can safely tell you that when I was a kid, if a game suddenly went asshole mode, 9 times out of 10 I would quit. Because, no, I don't have time for this. There are other games I'd rather be playing if you're gonna be mean to me. That's not a difficulty, but it's a difficulty fake tunnel on the wall like in the Roadrunner cartoons. Yeah, well, okay, Oddity. That's a commonly used kind of thing. Oh, well, it's hard mode. Of course it's going to be difficult. But I think that we can still look at the quality of a hard mode and still give it shit. Super Castlevania 4 is dick hard. Harder than anything in Sonic Frontiers. And yet, I feel like it is a fair game that I can enjoy. I'll get upset, but, like, I still enjoy it. And I can still look at it and be like, okay, when I fuck up, it's my fault. In stuff like Crash 4, I felt like it was expecting me to do fucking speedrun tricks and stuff in a normal playthrough. And I know why the game is like that, because the Insane Trilogy was, oh, it's one of the hardest games of the year, when really it was only hard because of shit programming. Hard mode is one thing, but expectation perfection is like, so Crash 4 levels of hard mode, and that's just no fun. Yeah, it's like, why? Why would you design your game like that, you know? Lol, this nerd can't run through painted tunnels, can you? But yeah, there's nuance to hard mode. It's not just, oh, well, it's hard and that's that, and I just have to accept it. It's like, to me, it's no different than complaining that a game is too easy. It's like, sometimes a game is too easy because it's brainless. But expecting the universe out of the player, especially if the game isn't perfect.
Like, if they expect perfection out of... this is a Kinikarus point, but I'm just gonna say it. If you expect perfection out of me, alright, but I'm expecting perfection out of you too, game. It goes both ways. Again, Castlevania 4 is an incredibly, impeccably designed game. So when I die, it doesn't feel like it's my fault. Or no, rather, it feels like it's my fault because it was 9 times out of 10. There's like maybe a handful of instances. Ooh, pets, thank you. No, 100%ing Melee sucks. Don't do it. The other Smash games, I can do that, but Melee, no, I gave up. I got all the levels, I got all the characters, that's all I needed. I ain't doing the rest of that shit, sorry. I got the fun stuff, I don't need to do the rest. Especially since I think it's technically impossible to 100% Melee. They shouldn't make games that... They shouldn't make games... Basing an entire boss run mechanic that requires frame-perfect inputs from... Again, going back to Crash 4, that is a game that requires goddamn the world of you, even on a regular playthrough. But it's honestly a little buggy. I mean, like, it's not, like, super, like, unplayably buggy. For the most part, it's fine. But then when you start getting up to the more precise stuff that they expect of you, you notice more of the bugs, much like with Insane Trilogy. And for the record, the original games aren't like that. You guys watched me playing the original Crash, and yeah, I sucked at it. But, like when you're playing Insane, even in the early levels of like, Crash 1 or 3 or whatever, it still feels really, like, needlessly difficult because the game's programming is so naff. We should watch the 90s version of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Whoa! Oh, man, you mean Bob Hoskins was so drunk. Like, Man 100% could mean different things. All characters, all stages, all text bonuses. The last one would take literal years because it requires a million matches. There's this indie game that Crash inspired specifically designed to be bullshit hard. I know the one you're talking about. I was interested in playing it because it had, like, furry main characters. It's also loosely based off of Donkey Kong Country, I think. I didn't know it was bullshit hard, though. I couldn't get all of Melee's retro stages or Final Destination. Watch me make a game that... I couldn't get all of, at least it's not Christian Bishop. We should watch Fox stream. Are you sure about that? But yeah, I know what game you're talking. It has some weird, like, long title. We are watching Fox stream. But yeah, but then there's also games that I think expect too much of you too fast, where they're technically programmed to work exactly like they should. There isn't really any programming issues or whatever, but then they expect, like, the world out of you almost immediately. I felt that way with, what was it called? Tanglewood. I felt that way with Tanglewood, where Tanglewood would introduce mechanics very fast and things very fast and not give you any time to ingest them. And then you just kind of had to know what to do. And that really held me back from, like... And then I just got really frustrated, because I'm already not a big fan of those kind of Eurojank, kind of 90s puzzle platformers. But I can get into the groove of them if they're well-designed. But I like, if, up to a certain point. But Tanglewood is not a technically incompetent game. It's doing everything it sets out to do. But, like, holy shit. This one game that has, like, Voices of the Void that had a long-ass name. God, I don't know what you're talking about. I actually have no clue how hard I want my game to be. I'd recommend not making it too difficult, but obviously don't make it like brain dead easy. But, like, especially since it's gonna be your first kind of game that you're making, I recommend keeping it as simple as you can make it, as you can conceivably make it without making it, like, boring. And a simple game can still be hard. I mean, like, look at all the NES games that are incredibly simple but brutally difficult. But, like, you could always put on an easy mode. The problem is that adaptive difficulty like that is really tricky to figure out, because I've seen some games where they've had, like, difficulty with, like, an easy mode and hard mode, and then, like, the only thing they'll change is the amount of enemies or something, but they won't
really change anything else.
Do you remember what the name of long-ass name game was, Ash? Anything I do will increase. Oh, obviously, yeah. But right now, like the thing is that whatever you do will increase the scope, but whatever you do increases it at different intervals. You know, if I add like a excuse me, a jump button, that's not exactly a massive change of scope. It's shortened to I see. And I'll say this, I am also shit at most games. Planet, even... I can't read that all as one word. Planet Everegung Skyonekommandant. That's awful. It looks German, it is. Ah, okay. That'll do it. That game was made on Godot, if I remember. Probably. Many kind of mid-tier size games are made on Godot at this point, despite what people will try and tell you about DI or whatever it is. Planetary something Cannon Commander is just a hilariously long name. I wonder what the longest name of a video game is. I might look that up in a minute. Oh, that's on my stream wish list. Oh. I would love to have different difficulty modes, would introduce more attacks than enemies would do and such. One thing I will absolutely say, and I feel like that this is something I wish, don't have any of, like, the features be dependent on difficulty. Like, say, for instance, if something you add into the game is, like you can unlock, like, concept art or whatever. Don't have the ability to unlock that tied to difficulty. Let people who have a hard time with games be able to 100% your game. Like, that's just kind of a thing. Because while I typically play on normal difficulty or whatever the default difficulty of a game is, some people just have to play on easy mode, and it's not fair. They don't get to experience the whole thing. I hate when old games do that. Where it's like, well, you played it on easy difficulty, try it on hard, fucker! I hate that. Pokemon Black 2 making easy as a completion reward was stupid. The best game is, yeah, you want those games, right? So here you go, now let's see you clear them all. Other games can go home. Same brain cell. Get good fuckface. No long words will beat the term of fear for long words. I used to know how to say this. Hippopotamonstres equipta dalophobia, I think. No, I fucked that up. But an easy mode, which is ironically higher than the regular mode due to bad coding. Thanks. What is it with Pokemon and bad coding? If it wasn't for Satoru Iwata, the first Pokemon would never have been able to even work, so... Sonic Heroes rewarding with all ranks with try super hard mode. I'm not doing that, Sonic Heroes. Fuck off. I don't know why, but the reward of play the game on asshole difficulty is such a stupid reward. The only time it's acceptable is Devil May Cry. Pokemon Gen 1 is broken in the best way. Pokemon Gen 1 is barely a video game. And we love it for it. Gen 1's glitch Dex is amazing. Oh, pets from Snuffy. Oh, yes, pets good. Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun. Final Fantasy VII is much of the same. It's got a disc 1 skip recently. Yes! Oh, which was super cool to hear. But it lets you keep Aerith! So all the people who are trying to... you know what this is? This is the PlayStation... this is the people who grew up on PlayStation's moment of Luigi was actually supposed to be in Mario 64, and there was... And people found out the existing code of him still existed, kind of. This is their version of that. Finally having a way to have Aerith survive. Even though I think up to this point, no one's really figured out how to keep that working. Because she's not supposed to be in certain cutscenes, so it'll crash the game.
The longest word in the English language, because I was curious, is not reading that. It's the term for a lung disease caused by inhaling very small silica particles from a volcano.
That's so oddly specific. Why would you name it something that long for something that specific?
You know, actually, I'm going to try. Pneumonia ultramicroscopic silica volcano osis.
I tried.
Aerith dies, you go to the Forgotten Cabin and watch the cutscene, but since she never left the party, she won't leave when she dies.
Exactly, she's still in your group. But unfortunately, due to, like, eventually, she'll just crash the game. So, right now, I think they're trying to figure out how to make it so that she won't crash the game. But that's still an impressive skip.
How do you feel about when games do that thing where they had to collect all these, tell you what it's for? There's like, collect a lot of these and see what happens.
I'm indifferent to it. I grew up on the age of, like, Banjo-Kazooie and things like that, where there's, like, lots of, like, weird little mystery trinkets. And, I mean, I was so pissed off when I played the first game and I finished it, and there was, like, the ice key and shit. And you want to know what it does? Dick all! Because of Stop and Swap. And I didn't understand for years and years and years until, like, I read up on it on Google when I was, I say years and years and years, it was like 2 or 3 years, but on like, old shitty, like, the version of the internet, and I looked up how to use Ice Key Banjo, and I just found out it didn't do anything. And then I would find it a couple of years later about Stop and Swap, and I was so mad. Her existence causes reality to break. Maybe isn't that the plot of the remake? They're also figuring out manips to avoid encounters on the PS1 version. Ooh. Oh my god, that reminds me of how Metroid Dread doesn't let you sequence break as much as previous entries. I remember finding a power bomb earlier and it said, what? What's this? And that made me sigh. It's like the one thing about Dread that sucks, yeah. Everything else is fantastic. You should all go play Metroid Dread. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game. Because if you get into a battle performing disc 1 skip, is that what it is? Okay. Well, I hope we figure out a way to just make it work and PlayStation boys can have their Aerith actually survived thing finally. Much like how we Nintendo kids have our Luigi was in Mario 64 thing. I mean, I grew up on both PlayStation and on Nintendo, so you know, both of those are important to me. I don't know if anyone remembers the rumors about Aerith, about being able to save Aerith. But those were so like deep. I had a cousin who was otherwise like very like programming and game savvy, and I'm surprised he fell for this. Who was trying to follow a game FAQ from fucking '99 that he found that explained how you could let Aerith survive. I was surprised he fell for it, but I legitimately just think it was because people are so desperate to keep her in your party. I don't know if it's just because she's that endearing. I mean, I like Aerith, so, but I just think that's really neat. That's like one of the things that survived this whole time. Oh, also we're already in this. This game is never good. Actually, Aerith for Shadow Gem. Oh yeah, no, we've already reached that point. Yep. A whole week. Okay, see you later then, Oddity. You want to know what it is that I've seen, or as I understand it? It's because reviewers like the game, so it can't be good because reviewers don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, 06 is peak or something. Like, it's apparently that. Stop using Twitter, you fool! The PC versus Game Over glitch, we can disable encounters, and the PS4, Xbox, and Switch versions have boosters to disable encounters. I saw a long time about someone calling Maria a wasted character that makes Shadow worse. The thing I saw was a repost, and it was not even on Blue Sky, it was on Tumblr. And it was a repost of a Tumblr post basically going on about how, again, well, we can't trust IGN because they've never been right about Sonic. Remember how wrong they were about 06? And I'm like, this feels like bait. This feels like bait, but like, it was still something I saw, and I'm like, considering the 06 fandom that exists now, it's like, it might be real. Nice, the entire character's motivation existing, a wasted character. Sonic fans can never be happy. We are? I'm still only hearing its peak. I mean, I think it's peak. 06 is great! Oh no. I've made the 06 bit. If you know how to break it further. 06 is fun. There's a difference if you know how to break it. That doesn't make it a good game. And I find people who try to say it's unironically good are more than entitled to their opinion, but I find it a very confusing opinion to have. Because it's not even like The Phantom Menace, where at least it's still technically a competent film, or like The Phantom Menace is technically still a competent film. 06 is not a competent game in any stretch of the imagination. Did you really forget me again, Shadow? Methil is such a bitch. His plan literally only works if two things. Like his plan literally only works if everyone is a moron. And spoilers, everyone in that game's a moron, so... Shadow Judge is horrible because of Mephiles' voice, no other reason. It sounds too youthful. I think, honestly, they could have just called Dan Green. He would have done it, I guarantee you. She has no character, like this weak, sickly, ultimately brave death to see Shadow wanted him to love the... Yeah, no, I've heard that argument made before. A Superstar. This is not a new argument. I've seen that before. I've even seen some people like kind of argue it's an example of misogyny in the series, which... Look, I'm always down for deconstructing even things I love for kind of potentially problematic issues, but that feels like a stretch. Like, that feels like a bit of a stretch. Maria gets it way better than some of the other people I've seen refrigerated, okay? Oh, hi, D. Hello, Keijo. Looks at Metal, who sounds like Uku. But Metal's voice is so fucking stupid. I kind of love it. Excuse me. But yeah, no, I've seen that argument for Maria made long before Shadow Gens. I also should get some water, actually. I'm starting to run low, and I'm almost out of soda. Moisten yourself. I'm not saying that I agree with it, Superstar. It's just something I've seen for a very long time. Then again, it's so funny to me that, this is the fandom that's crying misogyny when this is the same fandom that all hated Princess Sally because she was, for a bit, because she was strong, independent, and took leadership. They should have had Roger voicemails and homage to how Ryan voiced him in Heroes. I mean, Roger Craig Smith already voices half the cast, so... Honestly, it's because of a very simple understanding of her character. She's displayed as being frail, so she's a frail character with no motivation or personality. That's just how it is. It's incredibly silly to me because I actually really like that she's shown to be more frail, because that was always something that bothered me in most Sonic media. They never showed how the disease properly affected Maria. They said it, but they never properly displayed it. So seeing it actually being shown now, even if it is, in a very G-rated kind of way, I think that's great. Oh, right. Yeah, how the upskirt shots are somehow pivotal to Amy's character because of her Minnie Mouse inspiration or something. Look, that's just an explanation for why they're there. It doesn't mean it's particularly important. The bit that they dropped in the drill about how she literally... Oh, yeah, no, that fucked me up. Like Reindeer got to hear that in real time when I found that. Like Reindeer got to hear that bit in real time when I found that tidbit of information. I think the hog should go fast. Would you believe that is an occasionally contested point? I think some things should be better. Yeah. And they have sort of phased that element of her character out. Again, I get what they're doing. It's not meant to be... I don't want to be gross because we're talking about a 12-year-old, but, like, it's not meant to be titillating. It's meant to call back to her design origins, which is, like, Minnie Mouse and the like, who always had, like, their bloomer showing and things like that, because it was funny. Or it was supposed to be funny. I've never found it particularly funny, but whatever. And so it's meant to be a callback to that. It's more just... I don't think that's a particularly integral part of her character, and I don't think I'm going to lose any sleep if they stop doing it. Sonic shouldn't go fast. We need Labyrinth too. Yeah, no, Gerald mentioned... there's a dialogue bit with Gerald, and I think Omega says something similar, where it's like, oh, there are some places you don't recognize. Well, that's likely because, you know, we're in a void, and those are from your future, not your current day or your past. So, yeah, Shadow Gens is, has levels that are obviously from the future, and Generations has not been retcons to take place after Frontiers or something dumb like that, like I heard some people were saying. Where it's like, did you not, like, pay attention to the game? Yeah, because it canonically takes place. Yeah, because it's basically the Knuckles campaign to Sonic 3. So it's basically, yeah, it's the Knuckles campaign to Sonic 3 Knuckles. Or no, I'm sorry, the Knuckles campaign takes place after. What am I talking about? You want to know why I thought that for a minute? I was getting my details confused because Sonic 4's website says that they happen concurrently when they don't. Excuse me. So a big airship comes and burns the same forest down twice on Angel Island. More or less. Sega Fergar. We're forgetting the most important adventure dinners, the Sonic and Shadow Chow. Yes, I have not read the manga yet. I heard that the Shadow Gens prequel manga is kind of not great, but I'm also not surprised, because wasn't it like in Koro Koro, which is more of a gag manga strip for like fucking 10-year-old boys? And here they are trying to make like this like edgy, like fairly serious piece, and it's like, this doesn't feel like it fits. Knuckles waking up like, ah, shit, here we go again. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. Until then, enjoy the dulcet tones provided by our very own Outfoxed. See you in a minute. I'm back. Okay, so what kind of wacky conversations did y'all get to while we were gone? Beans, too political, band smited, I have water. Okay, but hear me out for a second. What percent of beans? We got beans, mine glow. Are they good enough for you? Bioluminescent beans. Bonus points for bet. Poor Knuckles. No home left. Classic Sonic eated it. Why didn't they fix the animation? I don't understand. That rewrite's kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you really didn't have to. It really doesn't add anything. Except make things more confusing. Like, I figured when they said there was going to be a rewrite, I figured it was going to be like things are going to be more detailed or whatever. Maybe there's an additional cutscene or two. It's like, no. Just weird semantic changes. And classic Sonic voring an island. It makes you feel bad. They changed one bit of Shadow's dialogue during the cutscene before the final boss. Yes, I've seen that one. That one was spoiled for me. He says, on your feet. Which makes a lot more sense. But then the rest of his dialogue, they don't change. So there's no additional dialogue in Generations that, like, provides context for, like, Shadow Generations or anything like that. It's really lame. You get this, Sonic. I had a friend who was also a Sonic fan, and she was obsessed with that line. She thought it was so funny. And I mean, I also thought it was funny. The little guy is hungry. But why eat whole island? Why eat island when he can have chili dog? Is he stupid? Okay, lame, are we talking about me again? No! Stop it! Dirk is big, but is Dirk that big? Should I eat an island? I mean, classic Sonic was able to eat an island. Why am I saying this stuff? You're getting prepped for Sinner Saturday. But I'm not into Vor, that's the thing! Is it Vor if it's a non-sentient island? I do like how Sonic actually responds to his friends now instead of just rescue them instead of just being awkwardly sad. Yeah, but whatever he says has like no... It's just like, yeah! Okay! Neat! There's like maybe one that's kind of alright, and it's when Charmy's like free, and he goes like, yeah, okay, gonna need to calm it down a bit, kid. Is eating dirt Vor? Joseph for conversion. Is dirt alive? The things within the dirt are... like me! Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. God, that reminded me of Popo's pecking order from DBZ Abridged. Pecking order! Also, whoa! Multiple save files. There's one, like the original. So revolutionary. I know, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that we're getting multiple save files in games again? Remember that? I fucking missed that a lot. You, the dirt, the worms inside the dirt, Popo's stool, Kami, and Popo. Okay, I think the line work is a go. Except for the eyes, which I might just make a whole new layer. I'm just gonna make it a whole new layer. Hold on. Ooh, really pretty kind of like hazel eyes. I actually like that a lot. I think I'll go with something like that. Have you looked? I am being so much sillier than normal. I would normally be. It's weird. It's because you're amongst the company of your friends, who are a bunch of weirdos. But honestly, like, what happened at Sonic Team that made them want to fully embrace the edge? If I had to guess, the pandering to irony thing wasn't working anymore. And then they sort of, like, the boogeyman. But yeah, pandering to irony didn't really work anymore, so they had forces where they sort of tepidly tried to get back into edgy storytelling, and it, like, really held them back because they were trying to, you know, still be a little bit, like, fun and ironic and Sonic colorsy, and it didn't work. And they realized, you know what? This is never gonna work if we just keep kind of pussyfooting around, is what I think happened, honestly. I knew it was all Ian Flynn's fault. I mean, that's what the Sonic fandom thinks. Remember when people used to like Ian Flynn before they had him writing on the games, and now suddenly everyone hates him? That's what happens with this series, man. Ah, shit. No. What about the Merc Sonic the Hedgehog? That was pretty memey, and it's, like, the best one. My favorite Sonic. Oh, that was also, like, you know, that was also, like, an April Fool's game, though. That was free. But I think they realized they can't really get away with that on the main games anymore because it speaks to a lack of confidence. My favorite Sonic game is the one where he's dead. Unironically, yes. I mean, I like that one a lot just for the character art and the writing and things like that. The actual, like parts where you're doing kind of Sonic-y stuff I did not care for that much. How dare they make references in order to make the world feel cohesive again? And my adventures need to be separate. I think a common complaint is less... My twin hates the references. Feels like they've done too much. They take them out of the story. Your twin has also been wanting them to make, like, the stories, like, more cohesive, I thought, as well. So, I don't know. It kind of just sounds like that they follow where the outrage is in this franchise. Rush 3! Like my jokes where I say it terrible. You're not terrible, oh my god. I wish my friends would be nicer to themselves. They always give me shit for being mean to myself, but then they're all so mean to themselves. It's like, come on. Come on, that's not fair. Well, it sure sounds like they're following the outrage. Like, I think what Sonic fans are having a difficult time communicating because they're Sonic fans and a lot of them are, like, fucking 15, is that, I think what they're not so much frustrated with is the references themselves. It's more the way that they're handled. I don't know why the Time Stones one in particular came up so much, because to me it's no less awkward than any of the other references that were already in the game, like the one that happens, like, not even, like in a previous cutscene that was not even written by Ian Flynn. I think that's more what it is that it's like, oh, well, I don't really like how it was done. I say that's silly as hell, but, like, given that, again, the context that they're talking about is in fucking Sonic Generations. Colors DS would like to know your location. You don't deserve it, Milk Steak. Holy shit. Is forced because it doesn't spell it out for you. Yeah, I don't exactly understand how mentioning a thing exists is forced, but here we are. I think the games about the hog should get a little silly as a treat. A little bit silly is fine. Actually, something I appreciated is that Shadow Generations has a sense of humor. In a way that the original Shadow just doesn't intentionally have a sense of humor. Like, Shadow's a funny game, but, like, it doesn't intentionally have a sense of humor. Shadow Generations has a little bit of a sense of humor, and I appreciate that. I like that the stories are serious, but still have moments of levity. Yeah, exactly. The comics, like the IDW comics in particular, have been really good about that. We can't kill Jill Hinton in that one! Sorry? Anyway, I now have a layer called Eyes, no different than magical genies and saving aliens. I sleep without the time stones. My fucking day has been ruined. You want to know why? Because it continues to retcon Sonic 06. And that's apparently the greatest game of all time now, so... Mostly said by, like, Gen Alpha kids, or who never have actually played the original, have only played Project 06. Which, yeah, Project 06 is great, but, like, it's not the same thing. It'd be like saying that Secret Rings is good because somebody's making that port in Godot or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's not the same thing, though. Sonic 06 fucking retcons itself? What do you mean? Well, I was more being, like, sarcastic. Project 06 when you have the bloody story, and it'll be much better for it. Get lost with that. And like, Project 06 won't have the bloody story. Yes, and it will be a much better game for it. It's no use! Take this! I don't remember, was this flat colored or shaded? Let me, OC for show or whatever, holding an art tablet. Okay, that's... Yeah, flat. Like, the entire purpose of Methos being in there is to be canon again. It's not real. Tornado was never carrying a car. That accident was almost 20 years ago. Let it go. It's not your fault, Sonic fandom. Well, Milkstick, what if I gave you a kissy instead?
You want to talk about penis videos?
Yeah, do you want to talk about penis videos? Ruja's voice has been weird lately, but it's okay in Shadow Gen's reflections, like the way she said, whatever. That was too much. That was, like too goofy. That was like, okay. Okay, sure, whatever. Alright, Rouge, whatever you say. Yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the self-deprecating humor because it's like, I know that it's not healthy for me, and I know that it's not healthy for the people in my life. I know that people don't like it when I'm mean to myself, so it's like something I'm trying to cut. But like when I'm sincerely mean to myself, so it's like I should probably cut back on making a joke out of it too. It's trickier than it sounds though, because it's such like a safe place to go for humor. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like, it's not hurting anyone but yourself, right? At least that's where your brain goes. Yeah. Now, whether or not that's right is, you know, up for debate. But like. I've heard, like, a technique that a lot of people use is that they start instead giving themselves over-exaggerated praise that clearly can't be true. I don't know if I'd want to go that far. I feel like it would wedge into another annoying direction. That's a very nice drawing you sent me, but I don't understand what it's referencing. Milksteak, you're none of those things. And I'm like, and if you think that, you're fucking wrong. I'm sorry, just like no, cut into the bullshit here. You're just wrong, like objectively. No one who has spent as much time as they have helping someone like me through their problems and helping to build such an amazing community could be any of those things. There's no future for you, ever. Basically, so I'd be like, Mephiles is fucking dead. He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. Unlearn that. I am not asking. D just comes up to your house with a gun. Love yourself. Love yourself. Accept yourself. Stop buying shit. Marshall is in fact cute. That is in fact an invariable truth of the world. I will protect Marshall and my friends with everything I have. I will give Marshall the biggest little kissy on their forehead, and it's going to give them an amazing stat boost. Gib. Oh, the music stopped. Shit. Hang on. Scusi. Just like lesbians. Anime speech moment. Don't lose your way. Poto. I like how since we're listening to Zelda, Milksteak, that could legitimately just mean more shoe. I don't know what that noise was. I hope they do. I love my son. They use him quite a bit in the comics, which is nice. I'd rather be a background character go through stuff a protagonist goes through. I would make a good anime protagonist. I'm the love interest that gets captured a lot. That's my role. I'm the pink one. I'm the look, we're not misogynists. Our cast has a girl. That's me. I mean, they have said they want to tie in IDW the game world, right? I mean, that's it would up Silver's chances. I mean, they flat out reference Tangle in Sonic Frontiers. Also, apparently Styx is canon to the main universe, which makes me very happy because I like Styx a lot, so... Well, I'm glad something came out of Sonic Boom, I guess. My twin is against tying games and comics too. Of course they are. Oh, we would have the most insufferable debate if I met your twin. Can I be the obvious villain that works with the party and inevitably betrays them? Wait, Milkstick, you want to be Lysanderoth? So does that mean I'm going to be like, Lysanderoth, you were behind all this? They make a Pete game with Silver, then make 06 too. Oh! You know, you say that, but I think that would actually kind of make things easier because more complicated narrative details can be worked out in the comics, and that allows the stories to allow the plots of the games to be more of a moment-to-moment basis sort of thing. So Milkstick's just gonna come up like, yes, it was I. My machinations lay undetected for years, for I'm a master of deception. When was Silver's last playable appearance? Yeah, it was that. It was either that or it was Team Sonic Racing. Wait. It was Team Sonic Racing, I think. Wait, what? King Dragon senses were what came out first? Hang on. I think they're the same year, actually. So in this case, yeah, I believe it's Tokyo. Let's see. Team Sonic Racing came out in May. Yeah, it was Mario and Sonic. That came out in November. I turned out to be the hidden Loud House fan. King Dragon. No. I've got one even better. Lincoln Loud sends his regards. Yeah, no, that is the last thing other than, like, probably mobile games, which have had, like, weird Silver variants that we have had Silver be playable in. I mean, that's more recent than some of the other characters, but fuck. I mean, like, up until Sonic Dream Team, that was more recently than Cream the Rabbit was able to say. I wouldn't be surprised if they add Silver to Dream Team. They're adding Shadow, so I wouldn't be surprised if they add Silver. Since that game's apparently being supported for the long run, so... It's a good thing I always carry two guns. They liken it to Kingdom Hearts or near. No! No! It is nowhere near that! What? What? One of them is overly complicated due to way too much ambition. The other is overly complicated by design. Like... And what if the comics, the IDW comics added to the lore other than a handful of characters? Not much! The reason why it works is because there isn't a lot of contradiction. Congrats to the 5 people who played Dream Team. We're allowed to make Silver Generation also takes place at the same time as Sonic and Shadow Generation. I don't think they could get away with repackaging Generations a 3rd time this soon. I think the next Sonic game that we're getting, that's gonna be a remaster, is gonna be Unleashed. Sonic X Over Lost World. You have to watch a Japan-only stage play to understand the Sonic lore. Imagine wanting Lost World. Hey, if they want to try and fix it, more power to them. If it turns out good, awesome. I'd give it a look, honestly. Because I like the idea of Lost World and its parkour system. It's more just... plays like shit, don't it? If any game needs a fucking rewrite, Holy Lola! It is fucking Lost World. Give it to a dog, definitely configure a Godot. Silver Generations, it just adds a cutscene of getting kicked in the head and loop for 6 hours. I don't even know if Lost World can be fixed. It's gonna be Sonic Lost World Cross Zavok, where there's an extra mode where you play as Zavok, and it explains what he's getting up to in the middle of stages. Just that period of time where they were trying to push Zavok is so funny to me. It's like... It really does feel like Poochie. Like... I'd say Scrappy-Doo, but then I remember that Scrappy-Doo actually technically saved the Scooby-Doo series, so that's not a very apt comparison. I actually don't like how that looks much. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna save it. The comics make Zavok do things. I don't really know if it makes it cool. He ends up like teamed up with a bunch of villains who are more interesting than him, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it gives him things to do, so that's nice. I still love that in Team Sonic Racing, they just desperately needed a third member for Team Eggman, and instead of using Infinite, they used the guy who hates Eggman. Like, brilliant. I mean, I guess Infinite doesn't like Eggman much either, but like, I feel like it would have been easier to explain. One person mentioned it, they like Lost World. Watch out, that means you're gonna cause the meta error again. Yell at them. I have a friend who likes Zavok because he's Bowser, but worse. Why? Yeah, I hated the Deadly Six going to the Bad Guys miniseries and I emerged it being impressed. The Bad Guys miniseries is legitimately really awesome. So far, all of the miniseries that they've done for IDW Sonic have been fantastic. Imposter Syndrome, Scrapnik Island, Bad Guys, they've all been really good. I hope they do more. I legitimately hope that they do more. Scrapnik Island in particular is so good. Also, he has a similar name to a physics engine. Everyone trying to imitate Bowser's bad because they don't copy the best part of Bowser. The guy's a good dad. Where's Zavok Jr.? But it's actually bad because Mecha Sonic says, I'll crush you. Is that an argument that some people are making? No. Oh, okay. Because I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, I was ready to accept that. I was absolutely ready to accept that. But also, Cooler did it first. Would you say that that makes him cooler? Thank you for Hydrate. Blame me and Flynn again. Oh no, a minor bit of fan service that's long... For a long time fans, that's trivial in the long run. Whatever shall we do? Sonic fans wanting continuity back. Where's the continuity? Final fans getting continuity. It's so forced. Oh my god. Give Fops water and a pat. Thank you. Hydrate. Yes. I had a hydrate. but I was just straight up ready to accept that because like it's look, like I don't like gassing up like any like writer too much because, you know, everyone is capable of making mistakes. It happens. But like the Ian Flynn hate is so fucking forced. It's like, I don't know where this shit came from, but it is so forced. And I don't know, can't help but notice it started being more of a thing when the IDW comics came out, and those have queer characters in it. I don't know, it feels a little bit like those things are lining up. I say that whenever I want to feel something. Can you see why I'm not like, I think the Sonic fans would be more entertaining if they get complete control over Ken Penders. Oh, I'll show you Forced. As Sonic forced everyone's Steam library unlocks all their tests to be accessed, so Forced beaten. I've got 7 minutes to kill. Can you see why I'm no longer a fan? I don't like letting fandom, like push me away from things that I like. I like The Amazing Digital Circus, too. I liked Has-Been Hotel for a bit until they kind of, you know, stopped focusing on the most interesting part of it, which was, you know, the fact that they were assassins. I like FNAF. Those all have terrible fandoms, way worse than Sonic. And, you know, yeah, about Mario Sonic Olympics, I get the reason it's canceled for scummy reasons. Why is everyone suddenly acting they were lost something truly amazing? Because like, nobody really cared about it before. Because it's the you don't know what you had until you lost it sort of thing. Where people are suddenly remembering that, wow, you know, that was actually a really cool thing that they tried doing. And I'm kind of inclined to agree. I mean, I've always liked those games as silly party games that had characters I liked in it. So I am, in fact, very sad to see it go. But there is definitely a lot, like, it does feel a bit disingenuous when Sonic Twitter says it, you know? I could buy Mario fans being sad about it. They seem to like the games okay. I guess it's because the games were the only reason a lot of people gave a shit about the Olympics anymore. No, it's the you don't know what you had until it was gone thing. When Ian Flynn stops writing the games, he's going to be gassed up as the best writer the series ever had. It's going to happen. Just watch. That's what happens. Again, keeping with Sonic, it happens a lot with this series. People didn't start to appreciate the edge until the game started getting, like, really meta. And I guarantee you, now that we're sort of ass-deep in the Edge 2 era, people are going to be begging for them to go back to the more meta kind of writing. Give it time. It was allowed me to have Silver Waluigi team up. It was beautiful. Well, remember that one time Mario fans were trying to say that they had bad games? Lamau. Yeah, I know! Y'all are so desperate to be us. You don't know the struggle. Well, I haven't really seen anyone claiming that the meta era games were well written. Just that they only like the tone of Frontiers, which was the exact tone they were asking for. Although apparently that was mostly written. Apparently Frontiers was a very they were apparently written by a very apparently Frontiers was written very selfishly, according to it was developed very selfishly. It was written very where it was just, here's a bunch of stuff we've wanted to do in Sonic games for a really long time. We have no idea what we're doing, but we just want to do it, and came out pretty okay. Buggy as hell, but like. Just imagine my show was sponsored by Spindle Horse. That'd be strange if I was sponsored by that. I wouldn't recommend that, just based on what I've heard. I wouldn't recommend that. Imagine if this is the John Bongles that locked our dog in a hot card. No! Oh no, the Bongles return. It's so weird that like my streams have a running gag of the Bongles when I actually quite like the Beatles. Ba-na, ba-na-na. Oh yeah, no, Zelda fans are awful for that. They are the equivalent of the Sonic fandom for Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo fans can't talk about anything. Nintendo fans are the privileged group of gamers. The only ones who have anything to bitch about are Pokemon fans. Like, at least out of games that are coming out. Like, active fandoms, I guess we'll say. Nintendo has forgotten about Mario. Wasn't that an actual YouTube video? Wasn't that real? And it had, like, the sad, crying Mario thumbnail. It's kind of like the Sonic fan thing. Those fans only want traditional Zelda games. Everything that doesn't follow or give time for formula is bad. But then when it does do it, it's bad. And the last game that came up before it was actually based. And they'll use that specific language. I think that video's been taken. I love it. I'm gonna look it up, see if there's like a mirror of it. It's still there. Well, I mean, like, it's been re-uploaded, but... you can still find it. Waiting for the era where Zelda fans begin to praise Spirit Tracks. I think that's already happening. I definitely see more positive sentiment towards that game. I don't get it. I think Spirit Tracks is pants, but I mean, hey, everyone's allowed to enjoy their own games. Project Roastform fans are left high and dry. They've not had a game ever. It's okay. When they do get their game, it's going to be amazing. I know, I can't wait. I hope so. I think Spirit Tracks has some good moments. Could do with a remake, though. There's also no... Excuse you, I'm right here! How dare you! How dare you! I like how legitimately upset about that I sound. That's like a Metroid fan going, actually, the originalized version is superior game over everything else. You don't even know how my yes, but it's being made by an amazing person who I have faith is going to do a good job. So, meh. There. Talk about loving ourselves. Love your game. I don't care for Wind Waker much either. You're not alone on that one. Like I love the art direction of Wind Waker, and I love the music, and I love the story. I don't. Oh my god, it's so boring. I'm sorry. Even in the HD version, traversal is so boring. I'm sorry. It's so much nothing. If you like Wind Waker, honestly, I can't think of another game to recommend to you in the series. It's very unique. It's very uniquely its own thing, which I do appreciate about it. I just can't vibe with it. I tried. I appreciate it for what it is. I just never, even as a kid, I didn't really care for it. So, and you know me, I'm a fucking GameCube head. I love that entire era of Nintendo, but like, I don't know, something about Wind Waker I just couldn't jive with. And again, it's because it's slow and boring, but like... It's why I have a fascination with cel-shaded games. Cel-shaded is... Yeah, Wind Waker has, but it's overall pretty mature. It doesn't have a map, it uses password saves, it doesn't save your health, and it can't get hit between rooms, and it has all the other crap, but... It's good, guys, I mean, I kind of like the original Zelda for what it is. I don't know, but that's also just because I like 8-bit game jank, so... Have you considered playing... Bad Rats? It doesn't have anything to do with Wind Waker, but have you considered playing it? Yes. Did you? No. Bad Rats is a pretty infamous bad game. It's, I've thought about streaming it, especially since I own a copy now. I just don't know how much time I could get out of it. It was gifted to me, so it's kind of like, oh man, I could stream it. Never buy a bad game for the ironic factor for giving the author money. That should say everything you need to know. It's currently 59 cents on Steam. That should give you everything you need to know. I mean, on the other hand, though, what if it's like a bad game and I'm buying it ironically, but the developer is cool? That's assuming that your game comes up bad. Instead, let's assume that it might turn out good, depending if all, you know, all the stars align, you know? I know that can be tricky to imagine, but... Do you pray at night and stalk at night? You're the rats? I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules? Nah, crumbs. I did an oops. Nah, that's alright. I'll fix it in a minute. I'm gonna then switch to my phone, BRB. Okie poke. I'm probably gonna, when I finish this, I'm probably gonna wrap up. It is getting a smidgen late. So I'm just gonna ask, why does this sound like more person who's only ever played the Zelda games, you know the games. Why does this sound like more shoe? I wish the Wind Waker remake had included Navi Trackers, a Japan and Korea exclusive side mode for Four Swords Adventures involving Tetra. Man, if only Tetris Trackers was real. I think they were in fact gonna add it. I believe they were gonna actually release it as like a separate budget game on the GameCube in America, and then it just never happened. I'm actually gonna have for tonight. Good night, everyone. All right, good night, Milkstick. Thanks for hanging out. Man, spent a lot of time on these kicks, huh? Well, the rest is just gonna be easy to make then. Back, hello D. Shrek Dragon's Tail is my favorite Zelda game. Oh, I could put on those horrible butchered versions of those songs. Is that what you want? but you can hear it, right? It kind of sounds like a pitched up Morshu or something. Like when somebody makes like music with his voice. We'll experience on mobile choice is so much worse. How do I put up with this? Magic. You got a new fake TikTok, didn't you? Ugh. I hate how everything has to be like TikTok now. It sucks. Also, thank you for the pet Snuffy. Dear web devs, no, we don't want it to be like TikTok. Stop it. Signed, literally everyone. You want to know what people like? That's like TikTok. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna. All right. Okay. I'm gonna need internet people. I'm gonna need to come in. I'm gonna need to listen close. All right. You want to know what people like to use? That's like TikTok. Okay. Okay. You here listening? Okay. TikTok. I hope that's clear. I hate short form content because whenever I open my... If I was short form content, I'm just not a big fan of just nothing but that, just mindlessly scrolling on your feed. It sucks. I hate it. I like content I could get invested in, please. Ugh, I said the C word. I know that that's not technically an inaccurate way to describe things that are on the internet. I just don't like describing things like that. Ugh, it feels corporate. And yeah, I know, I'm an insufferable hipster. Shut up. I'm proud, damn it. I'm proud of the fact that I'm an insufferable hipster. I've even got the glasses! I know it's supposed to be a fiddle. I'm being an ass. I wish I could enjoy TikTok videos my friends send, but you can't even view them without the app. That makes no sense. It only has a browser that function. It does, but they force you to get the app. Facebook is... No, not Facebook. Instagram is the same. So please, don't send me things on Instagram. I don't have an Instagram anymore. I mean, I do, but it's my dead name, and I haven't touched it in years. So don't send me Instagram posts, please. I'm not gonna read them. Alright, well, we're in between music. I'm actually going to take a quick break to go use the bathroom. I will be right back. Until then, enjoy the dulcet tones provided by our very own Outfoxed. I'm back! I don't know why every time I switch, I'm getting encoding overload. But I have been in fun in VR chat with friends, but on a related note, I kind of hate Unity. I've never used... No, I have used Unity. What am I talking about? Where you didn't design Shadow's airshoes, but also helped design the inhibitor rings. Yeah, I think because I think the rings are on the thing too. I am here. I'm here. Now. Hello, Spunky. How you doing? Excuse me. I put my meta account on a burner email because they got rid of my out of Facebook mandatory linking. I see cute cat, cute dirt, cute reindeer, of course cute. I see lots of cute. I see trees of green, red roses too. I'm looking for music. It is always good. I have a burner email with a 2005 name. Fops plural. Here's some good music to make people sad. And small die. Now you're not funny. I have a model that a friend is going to touch and make to an avatar, but fortunately it's not me. Oh. Like, the pony avatar is perfect for Sweet Treat, but I actually need to model and rig the mane and tail, which is beyond my talents. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not much help there. Sorry. We didn't make it particularly far in that into 3D modeling when I was in animation. I have like an idea, but like it's way more complex than what I could probably manage. I'm thinking of just saying fuck it, downloading Blender and doing like another course, or doing like one of those free courses, because like I'd like to have that ability, you know. Your model, but I can't do anything more than that. Modeling itself, not terrible if you know what you're doing. Rigging and weight painting, I'd rather drink gasoline. Tip paint, cocaine, gasoline. Weight painting is the worst. Ugh. I don't think we ever got to that part.
There's an app for Blender called Rigify that supposedly help, but it costs $50. I get a close enough one for pre-made inclusions since the pre-made ones are the princesses. There's one that made 6 I could pull from, but the princesses, the Mark II's like my Han size. He likes them chimichangas, don't he? I've never had a chimichanga. I don't believe I have anyway. Maybe I have now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't remember. But what about a chimichurri or a chimichanga? Chimichurri, chimichanga, chimichurri, chimichanga. Probably dish out the dough on the add-on so I can make it myself. It's basically just a deep fried burrito. They're alright. You know what? I think I have had one. I think I had one when we went to Taco Boys. Or any of my OCs, really. It'd be really nice if I could just do the thing. I haven't had that much Mexican food, to be honest, but what I've had has been great. I like Mexican food. I haven't gotten to eat it, like, recently, but, you know. We actually have a place up near where we live that does, like, actual, like, authentic Mexican. It's not like, you know, Taco Bell. As far as I know, concessions are minimal. It's just straight up, like, actual Mexican cooking. Which is pretty dope. Oh, it's Sky 420. I want to have models I can do stuff with. So far, Black Ops is okay. Well developed for 4 years. I'm playing Zombies right now. Zombies is pretty fun. Not as great as the old games, though. I am not familiar with Call of Duty, so I have nothing to add to that, unfortunately. Sorry. Ooh. I figured it was models of your OCs. If you're a fan of Call of Duty almost 10 years ago, you would have been Ricochet's biggest fan. Why specifically Ricochet? I'm not familiar with the characters. I only know Ghost, and that's because everyone knows Ghost. Well, you know what I mean. Like if you're gonna know a Call of Duty character, it's usually Ghost. At least as I understand it, that's the case. Sinner's Saturday. Oh no, is he all about that pee-pee? Is he all like... He calls up Ghost, and Ghost is like, what is it? I'm trying to do an op. And he's like, wiener. Thank you for the pet, Snuffy, and the hydrate. Okay, I think he's done. Oh, no, there's one more thing I want to do. I always do, like, a mild gradient, so let's, First of all, I always do, like, a very slight gradient on the hair. I don't know why, but just like how it looks. If I can fucking find the hair. Wiener, but what about Weezer? Weezer! Water your fops so they can grow to be healthy and not be small like me. The colored background? Oh, I just meant like the character is done. Did you have a preference for the color, actually, now that you're asking about it? Any color, okay. I'll be so like you, shut up, shut up, shut up, oh my god. Get material. I'll water you mouth. Oh. There we go. Just a very mild gradient.
That could mean many different things. Cue awkward CGI people cheering. Kira, a cute ugly little girl and her weird physics-defying hair. And her stupid nose. I've had so much fun on this stream, way more than I think I've. I'm glad you're having a good time, Sweetness. I'm having a good time too. I'm taking everything from you! Give me your phone! I was going with what Fox was reacting to. Nova, what was the character's name you said earlier in chat? Because mobile Twitch is great! Casey, okay. Gonna change the font. That works. Just kind of a basic font. Now that works. Their mobile website probably should have found their ad. Granted, it might be a bit awkward to watch a chat at the same time. I couldn't figure out how to log in. Who would have thought this track is so long? Oh, I found an extended version. I like this bit of music a lot, so. Who is Richtofen? I think Amazon would want you to use the app. Well, they're Amazon and they stink. Even though I'm technically an Amazon employee. Oops. So it would remove features from the mobile site. What if I told Jeff Bezos poop a stinker and you know what I'm saying? Poop a stinker. Alright, how's that look, Nova? Okay. I will keep that in mind. Looks great? Awesome. Glad you like. Alright. And at 3 hours, 26 minutes. You could use the desktop site and log in that way, I think, but that looks horrible experience on a phone. We did it, Reddit. At 3 hours and 30 or 27 minutes, I think we are done. Alright. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I had a great time. Burnsy, it's Monday. There is no test. Yeah, it's Monday. That's tomorrow. Ow. We could watch Gandalf if people would like, although I'm not a big fan of having to make another thing where I have to prevent myself from finishing up a stream for the sake of a meme. But alright. Hello, Shadow. Hi, Shadow. Bye, Shadow.
Today is Monday, which means that Gandalf gets to lick a graham cracker. It is her favorite activity.
I forgot I have to send that to a friend. Anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Sayonara, Gandalf the cat. Alright, who are we raiding? Oh, Siggy's streaming. Okay. That'll work. Thank you all so much. Fucking stay! What's up? It's me! Alright, well. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I had a blast. Tomorrow we're going to be doing something a little bit more obtuse. We're going to be trying to unravel the FNAF timeline. So, save it for Saturday. So, I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for hanging out. I love each and every single one of you. Bye.
I like the idea. The execution was terrible. Oh! It's the doctor, they're here. What were you playing? You were doing art. Why am I sad? Stop being sad. Please stop. Yeah, I'm an EV pumpkable hiker. Oh, she's not anymore? Okay. I don't remember if